beautiful memories, some very good memories, and some very bitter memories. So like to destroy negativity in our life, or to destroy, the mind, as you've mentioned, is
You
it only
see,
destroying the negative part?
that's what I'm coming to. The point is, each one has got a different definition for what is good and bad. Killing an animal is good for a man. He might think it is good. The meat is good. I am, privileged to eat that meat. That's a good memory. That's a good thought for him. But for you, it is bad. So who will distinguish which is good and bad? Because for divinity, there is nothing good or bad in this planet. For the divinity, the grass as well as the tall tree both are same. The small worm in the field, in the earth, and the human being both are same created. But we differentiate between good and bad according to our own inner mind structure, the way we are brought up. Killing an animal, eating an animal is a beautiful thing for one section of the people. But it's a terrible violence for the other section. Now, then who will decide which is a good memory, which is a bad memory? That is why masters say there is nothing like good thoughts, there is nothing like bad thoughts. Thoughts are bad, all are bad. The mind is bad, right? So when the mind decides that I am not there, I will not touch any of the thing. You have to decide. I will not touch either. I don't mind. I don't know whether it's good. Nothing is good or nothing is bad. Then in which case, divinity takes center stage because it doesn't distinguish. It doesn't say this is good or this is bad. Whatever you eat, it becomes blood. Whatever you eat, it becomes blood, isn't it? So there is no distinction or differentiation in the mind, the inner parts, which are controlled by the divinity. All the inner parts are controlled by the divinity. So our external actions also should be controlled by divinity, isn't it? So in which case you should not have any sort of differentiation between good and bad. When we start segregating this is good, that is bad and all that, then the human mind comes into picture. Because their human mind becomes a judge. But you don't have authority to judge anyone. You don't have any authority to judge even a small worm. You are not given that power at all. But we assume that authority and classify this as bad, this is good. That is why your question is good. The beautiful memories, if it comes, I'll be happy and all that. But it differs from person to person when you start differentiating. Because the mind only will come into picture, and mind is horrendous. Mind creates all sort of nuisance, all sorts of problems. So it should not be given any importance. That is why Master said, don't distinguish between good memory, bad memory, good thought, bad thought. Anything is bad. I mean, anything should not be touched like that.
Thank you for that beautiful explanation. Very well explained. Now, I'd like to ask you one last question before we sum up. Like, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. That's what we've read all these years, and we've got this. So then, how do we keep ourselves occupied if at all there are no thoughts in your mind, or your mind is just empty, and just let everything flow, like not holding on to the good or the bad?
Have you seen a child playing?
Yes.
You have seen. The
Yeah.
child doesn't have a mind. It is exuberant. The way it plays, it doesn't have any distinction between good and bad or this wanted, unwanted, not wanted, nothing of the sort. It plays, everything is a wonder. Everything it looks at with the new eyes. It is exuberant. It is happy, playful, and looks at everything with wonder. How are we able to look at that like that? Okay. Now, as an adult, are you, overawed by anything? You have lost that sense of wonder. We have lost that sense of judging a beauty, and we are discriminating between things, good thing, bad thing, good man, good people, bad people. But child doesn't have. Child doesn't have mind. It doesn't have any thoughts at all. Basically, the child does not have any thoughts originating in its mind because it is yet to accumulate. Only when it starts accumulating things, then it becomes, I don't like, எனக்கு இது வேண்டாம், எனக்கு இது வேணும். Because now that distinction has come. While the child grows, we are telling them, we are feeding them with the wrong things. இது செய்யக்கூடாது, அது செய்யக்கூடாது. So if the mind is pure, you will be blissful. You see, you will be blissful. There, the mind will be filled only with love, nothing else, nothing else. When love is there, mind will not be there. When the mind is there, love will not be there. It is like that. It is like a, sunlight and shadow. If the sunlight is there, shadow will not be there. If the shadow is there, there is no light at all. So both cannot meet together. The same way, the mind and love cannot be together at all. When the mind is there, then you start, planning. This man, I have to deal with him in this way, that way, and all that. Because there's a mind. There are a lot of divisions of them. That comes to the forefront. Love is absent. But when you do not have a mind, I consider every living being as a like me. That is what Vallar calls as Anmaneya Varmai. Treat all the people as you are treating yourself. That is what they say, Treat all the living beings like you are treating yourself. That is Jiva Karanya. He comes from the Jiva Karanya road, right? So it will not affect you. If the mind is not there, you will be ruled by the divinity. You will be living normally, but you will be ruled by the divinity, and your actions and speeches will be ruled by the divinity. That should be for good only, isn't it? Because the example is the body. See, it is functioning without any interruption, without control, without our control, perfectly well. Who is controlling it? The divinity is controlling it. So that way, we should allow our mind also to be controlled by the divinity. Then it becomes a pure enlightened mind. There only the transformation takes place. The total transformation of human mind becomes a cosmic mind. A human mind becomes a cosmic mind because then it is ruled by the cosmic forces, not by the psychological forces of the human being. Here it is chaos. We know that. The chaotic world today is an example of how the world is ruled by the human mind. The world is ruled by the human minds. But if the cosmic mind takes over, then it will be totally peaceful, like it is happening in the plant world, like it is happening in the animal world. There, they do not have a mind at all. They do not have a mind like human beings. So there, they are pre-programmed by the divinity to act in such a way. They grow, flower, they die. That's all. There is no clash. There is no violence. Nothing. Totally harmonious world. If you go to the forest, you look at the trees, plants, animals, everything. They live in perfect harmony. Of course, there are certain violences taking place. That I said due to some cosmic law which we don't know. That is different. But overall, they live in a peaceful atmosphere. But here you come into the human world, everything is chaotic. Everything is chaotic because here the human mind rules. We have given unwanted importance to the mind. You go on thinking about this way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing all of that. And just one last question is with regard to forgiveness. Now, as you said, love should overtake. Love should be the final thing that should be within your entire being. Yeah, in your body, in your mind, and so love should overtake, and that is the essence of our purpose in this world, to love one another without any judgment. So I'd like to just ask you this. Now, there are several people who have hurt one another, like as you earlier mentioned during the session, that mindless killing of innocent people, especially during wars. It's not like in hundreds or thousands, in lakhs, many people have been killed. Like and even we've also seen certain parents forgiving the perpetrator who has killed his or her daughter. They have no judgment over there. They have just become so calm. They have calmed down themselves, and they have attained that divine thought process of forgiving the person who has caused the most painful harm to them, or the most painful uh, unforgettable memories with regard to the death of their child or loved ones. They forgive the person who has attacked or killed their loved ones. So I think they are in that state which you just explained, like to forgive, let go with the flow. It happened. It might have happened due to XYZ reasons, and just let it go. And let me just love that person and forgive that person. So does this also come in this frame, sir?
See, there is a theory called the karmic theory in Hinduism. unlike any other Western religions, here the karmic theory is the one which is dominating the entire process. That is how we are taught, and it is there, and it can be proved also. But many people don't believe it. That's a different issue altogether. One thing, what is certain here is whatever happens is preordained. Whatever happens in this world is according to destiny. It happens. Nothing moves without the cosmic forces. The cosmic law takes our precedence over all other forces. Now, to forgive one person is the ultimate kind of love which one can, give to others, which can be given to others also. Even if a person, see, Thiruvalluvar says, Inna Seidare Urutal, Avarnana Nannayam Seiduvidal. Okay, even one who has given me all sort of trouble, I forgive him. Instead of forgiving, not only forgiving, I do good for him. Avarnana Nanayam Seiduvidal. So that itself will be the answer for your question, isn't it? So the masters have understood the forces, cosmic forces, as to how they function in this world. So to give, description to those actions and all that is to obey the cosmic laws as they have happened. You have to obey them. That's all. So people who are, overcome by love, they cannot do anything wrong, even to the perpetrators of violence to their own people, own sons and all that. They cannot, because they see the love is not, borrowed. Love is not taught. Love is part and parcel of our being. Love is part and parcel of our being. It is there. There is no question of it has to be, read or borrowed from somebody. Nothing of the sort. It is already there. Only thing is, there's negative emotions. They are a curtain about that love, about the being. If they are removed, the negative emotion. One thing I forgot to tell you: the negative emotions will also vanish by themselves in this flow of thoughts, because the thoughts come out of memory. The memory is associated with the emotions. So when the memory is thrown out by allowing it to flow, the corresponding emotions also will go out. So a person, you don't need to throw away your anger and other negative emotions and all that. They themselves will also die along with the memory, along with the thoughts. So the process is simple. In one stroke, you get two mangoes. Like that is how. So you allow it to flow. The memory gets diluted. Ultimately, it is a harakiri. It kills by itself. That is how the divinity, the creator has, done in such a way that you don't get burdened with your thoughts. If you know the truth, if you know the secret of how to destroy your own mind, they will commit to death, suicide by themselves. We don't need to do anything at all. They commit harakiri. That is how the creation has helped us. But that is not taught to us. Has it been taught to us anywhere? Is it not to be a part of our school education itself? Has to be how the mind, the body, and how they react, all those things, whatever we have talked about. Should it not be told to these students at an younger age itself so that they grow into a better human being rather than what they are today? It is required. Let's see. The time should come for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And that's why I guess you are known as Tirugnani Sukumar Srinivasan. So because you have a lot of knowledge and intellect into, understanding the self and understanding our existence in this world and how to live a real and complete life.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
So dear friends, with this we come to an end now to the International Fab Talks. Do share this video with the people who would be interested in this topic. There must be quite a few people who would love to listen to this topic. And they would like to transform their lives. They would like to really see the better versions of themselves, right? So do share this video with the right kind of people, and don't forget to love your family, protect yourself, and protect the environment as well. And if you like what the International Fab Talk team is doing, stay connected with us. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to the International Fab Talks. Stay blessed and stay connected. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.